Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final League Play stream of ERS Season 2. Obviously, there's going to be more later on when playoffs happen, but as of right now, this is the final day of the final week for streams on ERS. I'm joined today by Sir Winalot. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good and excited for the last day. Everyone wants to leave it all out there on the field. Some teams prepping for the playoff run. And what a successful season it's been, Mal.
Yeah, it's been incredible. There's been in terms of stats, given that I handle a lot of stats, there've been very few forfeits so far. I mean, obviously we expect more towards the end of the season than the start, but even then, compared to some of the previous seasons, there's been so few forfeits, and it seems like everyone's been enjoying it both on and off stream so far.
That's exactly what you want to see out of a league like this. And we've had some great talent come through this year. And I know you do have a lot of stats for us. And I'm a stats guy, but you're the stats guy right now. There's got to be some that have kind of poked out at you looking pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah. So before we get into the proper stats of this series, it is a master series we have on tonight for the first
Beautiful.
series: Astro Allegiance versus Redirect. Currently, Astro Allegiance is fourth, being 9-4. Redirect is third, also being 9-4. So very close things. If we jump across over to the team stats now, a new graphic that has recently been introduced, we can see that both teams having 31 wins. Uh, Astro Allegiance with 23 losses, Redirect with 21, so similar on that front. Similar goals for Astro Allegiance, slightly more goals against, but also more saves. Lots more demos coming out from Astro
Yeah,
Allegiance, and
totally.
slightly better shooting from Redirect. So, I mean, it's looking to be a close match tonight.
Yeah, you can only imagine though that demo stat is just jumping out at me. I'm a fan of the demo in this game. I love the physical play. I think it creates a lot of space and it creates a whole other dynamic. If you can't be smarter than a team, just be stronger. And I tell you right now, that demo stat's going to come to play today, Mal.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we also, just to jump across and get us into the game slightly quicker, I believe we can also jump across to specific player stats here. That is also a new graphic we have received, showing that overall the players on Redirect seem to have more experience playing. Given that I think all of the players listed there are currently in this lobby, it is going to be all three of these on both sides being the players. Uh, they've all got 40 games or more, Evoke being the outlier in this entire series with only 16 games played.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll take you on the other route. Sometimes the snake is going to feel very confident out there. This is his squad. This is his lobby, and I think he's gonna. I think the snake is going to show up today, and we're going to be very surprised with how well he plays. I think we do expect great things, but I think with the most experience out there, he's not going to let the pressure get to him here as the last game of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, the stats pretty similar for everyone, it looks
They
like,
are.
aside from Spoods getting slightly more goals and less saves. But aside from that, every single person seems to have similar stats across the board. So I think it is about time we get this game underway. But before we go in, who do you think is going to win tonight?
Well, after what I just said, I guess I have to take Astro Allegiance, don't I?
Ah, well, I'm going to go with Redirect. So we've got
Nice
ourselves at least
overtime.
this agreement. Yeah, hoping for a game
Oh.
5 here. But an early demo, and I mean, we were saying about the
Oh!
Astro Allegiance demos, they got an early demo, but an early goal as well.
Wow, what a great start to this game, and they have just set the tempo, haven't they?
I mean, they just want to prove me right. These are
They do.
Rain and Spoods were on my franchise last season, so these are my boys. So I'm all in for them to win, and they're doing a pretty good job so far.
My goodness, Mal, another demo as we see Rain here, not from Overwatch, taking possession of the ball as the ball gets pushed back in. It's good to see some of your guys, your old friends out here, Mal, but we have to say it's going to be a long series and there's a lot more work to be done before they can start rejoicing after that one goal yet, but it's a great start for them if they're going to get another chance on net. Oh, he sticks it under. Take us through what you see there, Mal.
I mean, we saw a pretty good challenge here from Spoods putting the snake awkward. So your star player not in a great position, and the defender just jumps over the ball trying to get a pre-jump. So I mean, not great from the defense, but not much else they could have done.
No, I agree 100%. I mean, you do have to pre-jump those when they go over. How often do they go over your head there, Mal, and you just say, dang, I should have jumped. I knew it was going, and that time he does. It finds his way under. That's just heartbreaking, but still a long game to go, and I know it looked even on the score sheet here, but it does not score-wise right now as they look, as Astro looks to get back in this game. The double tap is on. It just misses. Mal, that was really close as Evoke comes here too. And the pace kind of slows down here for a second, Mal. Do you think that's a sign of things to come?
I mean, if you redirect here, you want to keep the gas going while you've got the advantage. They've been pressing the defense this entire game, but they also have the 2-goal lead that they could also safely hold on to and just stay passive, which right now it looks like they're reverting to more of a passive play style. But even then, the defense still having to block the occasional pot shot coming out from redirect, as they're getting passing plays going along here. Clarky going up to block Evoke. It's close, but Clarky still maintains possession. It's up high with one defender out to clear, but Rain just keeping the redirect attack going, and they sneak in a third.
Wow. It didn't look like a dangerous play. They looked like they were well defended there. They had 3 people in their own crease. And it just finds its way off of a weird angle out of the corner, and there they go, 3-0 up, and your boys are looking good.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen demos now actually coming out on the side of redirect over Allegiance. Maybe they heard our talk about the demos coming out and just wanted to show, even though they have less demos, they can still hit more. Maybe they don't need the demos just to show that they have that level of skill, but we see Allegiance here trying to get their attacks going, but Spoods being the defender of the team. Clarky with an incredible block there, putting all 3 of the Allegiance players on the retreat. They're trying to get the clear out. Not much coming out too great, but stat over 1. He's got the flip reset, but he can't get a shot coming in. Now Ryan to clear it out. Evoke with a strong block. And it's a long clear down this field now as DeSnake can't fully get the clear. He's gone for the pass, it's by 2, but there's a double commit, and that's going to put it in a really awkward position for Astro Allegiance now.
Oh, Clarky just missed that pass up the field, didn't he? That was really close, you're right, that double commit, oh, what a save by DeSnake, but that double commit really cost them issues. And you want to go forward here if you're these guys, you got to get on the board, and they might hear what a save. What a save it is, Mal. But you're right, they do have to go forward here, but they can't be double committing, trying to get that second goal. This game is going to get out of hand. These guys are too good at the counterattack to let that go. But here comes Spoods. He's going to take a good little fake into the wall there. Evoke does recover and still gets the 50, which is great. Great play by him. Zen is really doing well this game, but they just seem to be behind the 8 ball when the ball goes in the air a little bit, Mal. They just seem to not be able to get that final challenge.
Yeah, they do seem to be. I mean, with the defense, we've seen that the redirect has been the more aggressive team so far, but even then, defensively, they also have more saves. So, although they've been aggressing, they also have been defending much better. And with passes and awkward touches coming out from both sides, Rain just clearing the ball high there, and we can see as much as redirect has the 3-0 lead currently. Astro Allegiance isn't out of this game, and they will be trying, even with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. They have every opportunity to manage to take this game back.
Yeah, and it looks like to me they're actually starting to create some chances. It's going to be whether or not they can continue this for the next Rain! Oh my goodness, no shield needed there. Walks right into enemy territory and throws the hammer down. I know Rain doesn't like Overwatch, and I hope that they hear this casting after, Mal, because that's a great goal. We will give it to them. It's 4-0. Do you think the second game's going to go like this, Mal? That's the big question. Do you think it's going to be more of the same, or do you think they're going to start converting on some of the chances they've had?
I mean, hopefully for my prediction, it's going to be more of the same for redirect.
Okay, but from a neutral standpoint, Mal.
From a neutral standpoint, I definitely think Astro Allegiance have turned the later part of the game, so maybe even if redirect still hold offensive like domination, they aren't going to have as many goals. But as I'm saying that, Rain gets the 5th one, so maybe Astro Allegiance hasn't changed the defense as much as I thought, but redirect have chat on their side. So everything right now is going in their favor. So I don't know what Astro Allegiance can do aside from maybe defending slightly better.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit, the third man back's getting a little bit antsy going forward. They were trying to score goals. They're getting beat in the air. The third man's getting beat, and they're just counterattacking really fast. But I would not want to be a fly on the wall in the dressing room at intermission here. If there was a coach in play, especially with this 6th goal going in. Oh my goodness, the passing play on these, this is beautiful. Maybe you could say a mistake from Evoke there, but what would you be telling the guys in the intermission here, Mal? What are you telling them after a 6-0 defeat going into game 2?
The obvious one is we forget about last game in terms of scoreline, because if you let the 6-0 get to your head, that's going to be the end of the series already at game 1. Almost 7-0 there. But it's just, like you said, that third man's just getting a bit too aggressive and a bit too antsy on the defense and pushing up too much. But two of the players leaving, I think, to maybe switch casts. We might see some different presets coming in. But I did get some stats beforehand to talk about in these intermission periods. So the scoreboard agrees with me here for Redirect. I had Rain down as the player to watch on Redirect, dropping 5 goals, 2 saves, 6 shots, 1 assist. He's just all around. He's been involved in all of the 6 goals for Redirect. He's almost hit 1,000 points in a 3v3 game mode. Like, it's just an impressive showing from him in game number 1.
Yeah, that was absolute domination. He was there to intercept, he was there to score, and he was there to save. He's obviously been the fastest person in the lobby so far, but we do have to look at game 2 and think, what if the tides change?
I mean, if the tides change, I did agree with you in that the Snake will be the one to do well for Astro Allegiance. So I also had Stat down as a player to watch on Astro Allegiance, as they both had the exact same player score according to the stats database. But right now, it is just seeming, at least from game number 1, like it's just a Redirect show match more than anything.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, no!
Clarky takes advantage of the bad touch in front of the net and says, thank you very much. I don't know many Rocket League players at this level that would miss this goal, but that is definitely pounded in the back of the net.
Yeah, and I mean, so far, the start of this game is a bit of a bra moment for the Astro Allegiance side, as they might have had an idea of how to change it, but whether or not they did, that's gone completely out of the window. Within 10 seconds, there's already been a goal for Redirect, and if it follows the trend of last game, there's going to be another one before the first minute's out.
Well, trends are meant to be broken, and new trends are meant to be set. Hopefully, Stat here can do a little bit of stat padding of his own. Evoke's going to have to win this. He does. He gets it off the back wall, and this is exactly where they just struggle. As soon as they get any sort of pressure, Mal, it is immediately cleared by the boys in orange here, and they are doing a good job. Redirect is doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on. What a save that is. That was right off the goal line. But yep, they're not being able to keep any pressure, and I think that's great strats from the Redirect squad, and they're looking more and more impressive as this series goes on.
Yeah, it seems like the Redirect team are either holding better rotations or just maybe wider rotations, allowing them, unlike what seems to be happening from Astro Allegiance, where they get I accidentally sent a message in chat. That was quite impressive. But it's one of my it's one of my macros coming out. I don't know if you can see the chat. You probably can't, but that's quite funny. But yeah, it seems like Redirect just, like, as a team, are holding a much wider rotation and much more aggressive in terms of rotation, but also safer for their third man, like you said, where Astro Allegiance pushing up slightly too far. Redirect seem to have that third man back always in the right position to block whatever Astro Allegiance can throw at them, but that was almost in with a goal line save. Rain having to fly up and shoot the ball slightly wide, but it's now going to turn maybe into an offensive chance for Redirect with an incredible goal line save again. And it's these passes that are the dangerous thing from Redirect. They just keep finding each other, whereas Astro Allegiance not really getting the follow-up touches on each other.
I'm really glad you mentioned that, Mal. I was going to say it too. It's when Redirect is saving the ball, they are not just clearing it. They are saving it to a teammate to get that second touch out. And that's a great Redirect on net. Obviously not going to have enough sting to go in, but crazy that they got it there. And they are up. They are going to have a chance at goal here against the double tap. Misses that. and they have no one to follow it up, and they are under some pressure here. But again, it's no secondary chance. They got one chance at goal. If they don't take it, it's all the way out, and they're back on their end. I think that's going to pay dividends for Redirect, and it's very impressive to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most impressive thing from the Redirect half so far, aside from how wide they just left that net because of a slight mistake in the defensive rotation, is how it seems like they've been able to just, like, I don't want to say double commit, but there's quite a few times when there's two players going for the same ball, but it doesn't feel like there's two players going for the same ball. They kind of communicate it well enough that even though there's two players on it, one of them pulls off the play in time and just doesn't manage to cause any issues. No. But Clarky with an awkward ball for the defense. What just happened there?
No idea, but I know we weren't talking about these guys double committing and both going for the same ball, pulling out at the last minute, and then not going in their own net. But it did happen to them. Just not the team that you were talking about. But I like how you mentioned that too. We'll give them forgiveness on that one. But you're right, they're almost like double committing, but taking away both angles for the player to be out so they can guarantee that they win the 50. And if it is on purpose, like you said, it's very tough to play against, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen the defense doing really well aside from the few mistakes, and the shot wide there is not what you want to see from Astro Allegiance. It's definitely different to game number 1 at least. They've had a goal, so they haven't been completely kept out of this game. But it's still not felt like Astro Allegiance have really had anything super dangerous aside from the missed shot and the one that's gone in so far.
Yeah, you can't be missing those chances. It's a great save from Evoke. But yeah, those opportunities got to go home. They have to, and you can't be making mistakes in your own end and missing those chances in a game of a 5-minute match for Rocket League. It's going to be very tough for them to win. I hope they can come back here. We want to see some overtime, you know, it gets exciting. That's a great touch from Stat. He's going to get over to the wall into the corner. Redirects it back into the middle, but no one home. Evoke does stay back in a good spot to win the 50 there. Is going to be Destake. He had to. He was last man back, but the secondary follow-up is going to be a problem. It's going to be... Oh, save from Evoke. Mal, that's exactly what they need to get away from. The third man having to 50 the ball is causing them issues. It's going to be in. Wow, what a play that is.
I was about to say, it seems like Redirect have changed up their strategy this game. It's still working for them, so maybe they just wanted a bit of a safer strategy, but it has seemed like they aren't passing as much between the players, but instead sending a lot of pot shots to pass off the backboard, because in a lot of matches, especially in Master where shots can come from anywhere, the pot shots that go high but are still dangerous. Oh, beautiful shot from Stat while I was saying that. But the pot shots that go high but are still dangerous have to have a player jump for them. And it seems to be wearing down on the Astro Allegiance boost counter. And without attacks like Stat's one right there, where it just catches the defense off guard with a fast offense, I don't see Astro Allegiance getting much back into this game.
I don't know either. There's 20 seconds left, and you'd imagine if something's going to happen for them, they're going to have to set up something now. They're going to have to get boost control in the offensive end. 15 seconds left. They are somehow in this game with everything that's happened. That is going to be tough on them to come back now after that whiff. They needed to keep offensive pressure. It's going to be back up and over in the middle. How long do they keep it up for is going to be the question.
It's not going to... Oh, I was about to say it's not going to serve. I thought that had bounced. But
I thought so too.
I guess, you know, it must have just beaten the timer. Luckily for Redirect, they didn't have to worry about a counterattack. But we can also see now from the scoreboard on the other side of Astro Allegiance now that they have an Insta left. The Snake at the top, 6 saves. I mean, that's 2 saviors. His Evoke got 4. We didn't get to see what Stat got as he left instantly to switch car. But there was, 17 shots from Redirect that game? It's looking like there were maybe 5 or 6 coming out from Astro Allegiance. They are being heavily out-pressured here. And Clarky with only 2 saves, basically every shot that wasn't a save from Astro Allegiance was a goal. But
yeah,
it still wasn't enough.
That's not enough. No, you're right. It's very tough to be outshot almost triple, and to end up being on the right end of history here, because if they are going to make anything happen here, they definitely need more offensive pressure, or they have to counterattack strong like they did with Stat the one time. One player out, direct attack on net, caught them off guard. Maybe they need to rely on that a bit more because they are heavily out pressured in their own end.
Yeah, I mean, they've just got to, I think, work together because you've seen it from a lot of the redirect plays. Quite a few of their plays begin by doing exactly what you described. They have one person with a long clear, and then they
Yep.
just have the third or the first man sat down at the other end of the field waiting to try and get some kind of redirect. It might not cause a goal to happen, but it can still make the defense awkward. I think we saw Spoods get a goal last game where that exact thing happened, but a cheeky passing play, and they're just going round the defense like they aren't there. They take the shot, he blocks it,
Wow.
but there's another player ready to follow it up.
Yeah, that's one of those old hot potato passes where you just kind of put it softly on net. The other team doesn't have the ball momentum to clear it anywhere, and then your following up player can just slot it home. And it all starts with Spoots there. Don't forget Spoots. He definitely turned that defender inside out. That little left to right movement there. That was really well done.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, we've seen a repeat of the first two games with Redirect out here getting the first early goal. Hopefully, for the sake of Astro Allegiance, it isn't a repeat of the previous two games, and they can get some offense going, which they are slowly working it there. But is it going to be fast enough for them to actually take a game before they've been swept out of the series?
I don't know, but their backboard defense is so strong that there's really no way over them, and you can't get through them, and they haven't been able to go around them. So I don't know how they're going to cause offense to happen here. We're going to have to leave it to the snake on the redirect. This could be, oh my goodness, what a play it is, and we're all knotted up at one.
I mean, if they hadn't have scored before, I was about to say the only way must be under them, and that is exactly what they do for that shot. To sneak it under the aerialing player for an open net goal.
Who would have thought?
It's the secret strategy. They don't want you to know. If you can't get over a player, just go under them and pretend they aren't there.
Yeah, that's couldn't be more correct. And here comes the demos. Is this more of their style? Are they going back to their roots here? Another huge demo. Oh, this is getting exciting, Mal. We love to see a team getting the demolitions part of the game. They're like, okay, you guys are faster than us. We concede. Can you dodge our demos? And they're gonna find out here. It's off the crossbar. It could be in. They're finding some momentum here, Mal. Is this a thing of change? If this is gonna be a beautiful, are we gonna see game 5? Is the reverse sweep on?
I mean, I think if I remember my stream games correctly, we had Astro Allegiance on last week against Sistema Solaris in the first place cross-conference match from Asta, and that was exactly what Astro Allegiance did. But I think Redirect trying to give away any doubts that Astro Allegiance can get a comeback going as they slam in a nice shot here. Ryan getting an assist for that. I don't think his touch really affected it that much, but it was still a pretty good touch either way.
It was a great touch, absolutely. And I think I was casting that game for the reverse sweep, and the whole mannerism of the game changed at one point. You could feel it. I don't know if I quite feel that here yet. I'm getting maybe a little too excited, but I just feel like this game has more to give. The series has more to give. I don't know what it is, Mal. These guys are leading it all out there, and I really do feel like there's something else that could happen in this series still.
Yeah, I mean, with one goal in it still, it's closer than the previous two games, but they've still got to go the distance to get it back, because so far in this entire series, at no point has Astro Allegiance had the lead. They've always either been trailing behind or just drawing with Redirect. So that's the change we need to see.
Yeah,
just two goals before Redirect can do anything, and they will be good.
Yeah, they do have to finally find a lead here for sure. I think you're right. As Spoods takes over, he wins 250s, and here comes Clarky to really kind of maybe ice this game. Wow, what a save it was. 50 from the Aegis right there at the back end there. And as they go forward here, they are going to try and keep some extended pressure, but again, Redirect find a teammate on the way out, clear the ball, they get over the lines, they're going to get boosted, and they are now on the offensive again. The Snake does get a clearance, and here comes Stat. He's up, he takes to the skies, tries to redirect it back in. Here comes the Snake, trying to get demos on the way through. Obviously, they've been told to do that, but Rain is going to be up. Really well done. That's a great hit on net. Now they get the steal boost and take over. They seem to really just put everything on net. It's so hard to play against them. You have to almost watch from all angles of the field.
Yeah, and I mean, I have noticed, at least in this game, and this might be the change that Astro Allegiance made, but they have been copying that redirect style of the one-man downfield trying to redirect it. And it has been working pretty well, so it definitely seems like it's a good strategy against a lot of opponents. but they aren't passing it perfectly. And as I say
Wow.
that, a pretty good passing play starts, but it isn't fast enough to be anything super dangerous. But it just
Agreed.
seems like a lot of the Astro Allegiance players are just jumping for balls that they're never going to reach, or if they are jumping, they're misreading it badly enough, like
Like
Evoke
that.
there, where it just leaves the ball open for a redirect player to come along and take it.
Yeah, you're right. It's just not consistent enough. And there was a couple of moments where they had some passing plays going forward, and they just aren't recognizing the final pass. If they are going to redirect the ball onto net, if they're going to pass around, they do have to kind of commit to it. And they are. When they do, I think you're right. They are kind of starting to find some success with that player up.
No.
And there's the counter attack right there. Ironically enough, a demo is what undoes them. And right there, they do find themselves down 3-1, 21 seconds left. I think it's going to be safe to say that might just about do it. The Jinx is alive and well here. I see it, chat. It looks like your boys are going to take this.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted them to win, but I didn't want it to be such a blowout
like
victory.
this.
It felt like. I mean, game one was the biggest blowout of them all with the 6-0 win. Game two, it got close, and there were points where I was afraid. But I mean, we may have counted them out too early. They might want
Surely
to
not.
show us. They did the comeback last time. I don't think it was this close of a comeback, but it was still a comeback. So they have done it before. They have 7 seconds. There's any
More
opportunity.
than time.
I want Redirect to win, but I think right now I want more to see Astro Allegiance take this to an overtime.
Rain just has to play perfect here. That's it. No mistakes. They do give away possession. Oh, it's still up somehow. Oh, it's still up somehow. No
They
way.
could do this. They're going.
way.
It's only Rain. It's up. It's a
Oh,
save
what a
onto the
save.
post. Ha.
It's over. Oh my God, Mal.
That was so close for them there. If Spoods, I think that was on the line, hadn't have got that save, that would have been an incredible overtime goal. Or, sorry, goal to take it into overtime.
Yeah.
But you
Wow.
can't say Redirect didn't do a great job there. Astro Allegiance, not to be counted out at all, doing an incredible job, even though they may have lost. But Redirect just absolutely dominating there.
Yeah, can't argue with that. They definitely deserve the win. We would have, from a obviously neutral standpoint, would have loved to see that go in and we go to overtime. But again, the defense too strong from Redirect as they meet the ball at the summit there and push it off to a good, safe place once again. But wow, that was exciting for a second.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to take away too much from that incredible series we've just played, but I do believe following up after this, we have a complete reversal of tier, as I think we have an academy match. I'm not 100% on the teams, but it is an academy match, and I believe it is you and me casting again.
Yeah, we don't go anywhere, folks, and neither will you guys. We will have more info for you shortly, but as for now, this will be all. And what a match it was, Mal.
Yeah, I just been told it is RL Island versus Forg, and without checking the database fast, RL Island is towards the top of their tier, if not the top. So it could be an interesting academy match. But hopefully, we'll see you then, and goodbye.